तो भेज दीजिएगा। ठीक है, ठीक है। नहीं, ये ऑपरेट करने की बात हो रही है, ये नया नया ऑपरेट कर रहे हैं ना। नहीं सर ने किया था, आज सुबह में इसीलिए सर ने कनेक्ट किया था। ठीक है सर, यहाँ पे ऊपर जो ऑप्शन आता था वो नहीं दिख रहा, इसलिए मैं पूछ रही हूँ। अच्छा मिल गया, ये म्यूट और स्टॉप वीडियो ये देखना था। ओके, सो एम आई ऑडिबल टू ऑल ऑफ यू? Am I audible to all of you? Okay. So good afternoon, students. Today I will be going to teach you identification of cells. Abdul Samad, why are you laughing? I'm going to teach you identification of cells. There are different types of leukocytes, or you can say WBCs, white blood cells. So how will you identify them? I'm going to teach you that. सर ये साइड में करना है, ये जो ऊपर आ रहा है ना, एक मिनट पैसे म्यूट कर। Okay. So am I audible to all of you? Am I audible to all of you? Okay, good.
Yes, ma'am.
So first of all, I will tell you how to classify leukocytes or white blood cells. Depending on the presence of granules in the cytoplasm, we can classify them into two types. One is granulocyte and the other one is agranulocyte. In granulocyte, granules are present, whereas in agranulocytes, granules are absent. Further, we have three types of granulocytes. Those are neutrophils, eosinophils, and basophils. How are we classifying them? Neutrophils have very fine, numerous, and sand-like granules or particles. Then we have eosinophils and basophils. Both of them have very large and coarse granules in comparison to neutrophils, which were having very fine and numerous granules. Now, how are we going to differentiate between eosinophils and basophils? Eosinophils have brick red, large granules, plenty in numbers, okay? And these granules don't overlie the nucleus, whereas in basophils, the granules are again large and coarse, but the color over here is purple or blue, and they overlie or cover up the nucleus, but these granules are very scanty. Then मुदस्सिर सर, ये ब्लॉक बीच में आ रहा है टेबल के, चैट इसको क्लोज कर दूं?
उसका कोई मसला नहीं।
ठीक है। Then agranulocytes are further of two types, lymphocyte and monocyte. How will we differentiate between these two? ठीक है। Then in lymphocyte, the nucleus is very big and it is centrally placed, whereas in monocyte, the nucleus is single and its position is peripheral and the shape is indented, or you can say that horseshoe shaped or kidney shaped nucleus is a very specific feature of monocyte. Then coming to the cytoplasm is very scanty in lymphocyte as compared to abundant cytoplasm in monocyte. A very characteristic feature of monocyte is also that the cytoplasm is of ground glass hazy appearance. So two specific features of monocytes are kidney shaped or horseshoe shaped indented nucleus which is peripheral in position, and the cytoplasm is ground glass, hazy appearance, and it is abundant as compared to the nucleus. Then lymphocyte is further of two types, small and large lymphocyte. I will be telling you in the next slides. So there is a rough diagram of these cells. This is neutrophil, then this is basophil, this is eosinophil, this is monocyte, and this is lymphocyte. You can see there are fine sand-like particles in neutrophil, whereas in basophil, you can see bilobe nucleus, as well as eosinophil also have bilobe nucleus, but the granules, you can see the difference in color in eosinophil and basophil. Eosinophil has large reddish colored granules, whereas basophil has large bluish or purplish colors granules. Then lymphocyte, we can see kidney shape or indented horseshoe shaped nucleus. But in this diagram, the nucleus is not so much in peripheral position. It would be lying somewhat over here, okay? And then there's abundant cytoplasm in comparison to lymphocyte. All right? In lymphocyte, there's large, big nucleus which is present in the central position, and cytoplasm is scanty. Okay? Then the size of monocyte is also very large as compared to other cells. Got it? Am I audible? Okay, good.
बोलिए।
Okay. Are these cells visible to you? Okay. Can you see these cells? Okay, good. So as I told you, see, these are neutrophils. You can compare them with the size of the surrounding RBCs, okay? The size of these cells are 10 to 14 micrometer in diameter. All the three cells, neutrophils, eosinophils, and basophils, have similar size, and you can compare the size of these cells with the surrounding red blood cells. These are red blood cells in the surrounding, all right? So these are roughly 1.5 to 2 times the size of the surrounding RBCs. Okay, then you have to see the nucleus. Neutrophils are usually multi-lobed. Can you see? They can vary from 2 to 6 lobes, while eosinophil and basophils are usually bilobed. Okay, then you have to see the granules present in the cytoplasm. I told already that neutrophils have very fine sand-like particles or granules, whereas eosinophils and basophils have very large, big, or coarse granules. Then you have to see the color of the granules for further differentiation or identification of the cells. If they are coarse, then you have to see the color. If the color of the granules are red, then they are eosinophils. If they are blue or purplish, then they are basophils. Okay. Then agranulocytes are lymphocytes and monocytes. Like I told you, granules will be absent in the cytoplasm of these two cells. Okay. Then lymphocytes are of two types, small lymphocyte and large lymphocyte. Then small lymphocyte is comparable to the size of the surrounding RBCs, that is 7 to 10 micrometer in diameter, whereas large lymphocyte is bigger. It is 10 to 14 micrometer in diameter, that is 1.5 to twice the time of size of the surrounding RBCs. All right. Whereas monocyte is very large cell. It has 12 to 18 micrometer diameter, and the outline is irregular. Then we have to comment on the nucleus. Lymphocytes have a very big central glazed nucleus, whereas monocyte is horseshoe shape or kidney shaped nucleus, and it is placed in the periphery. It is not in the central. And cytoplasm is also abundant, and it is ground glass and hazy in appearance. Understood? Wait for a minute. Okay. So now I'm continuing the class. Am I audible? Am I audible? No? Okay, good. So I'm taking the cells one by one now. Can you see these neutrophils? Can you see these slides? Neutrophils? So, okay, good. So the cell size, I told you, the diameter is 10 to 14 micrometer, and it is 1.5 times to twice the size of the surrounding RBCs. The nucleus is multi-lobe, 1 to 6 lobes, purple in color. Cytoplasm is slightly bluish in color, and granules are very fine sand-like particles. These are numerous, red, brown, or purple in color. Then what are the function of the neutrophils? They are the first line of defense against bacterial infection, that is phagocytosis. They also contain endogenous pyrogens that are mediator of febrile response. Okay, then the second cell is eosinophil. It is also of the same size as that of neutrophil, 10 to 14 micrometer diameter, and that is 1.5 to twice the time of the surrounding RBCs. The nucleus over here is usually bilobed. You can see two lobes, spectacle shape, and the color of the nucleus is purple. The cytoplasm is eosinophilic, that is acidic, light pink, and it is granular. It contains large, coarse, reddish color, brick red color granules, and they do not cover the nucleus. Okay, the granules are large, coarse, brick red, and they are not covering the nucleus. Again, the function is same, that is mild phagocytosis. And a very important function of eosinophil that you have to remember is it limits the allergic reactions by degrading inflammatory mediator effects. Example, histamine and bradykinin. It also provides local mucosal immunity. Then the third cell of the granulocyte lineage is basophil. The cell size is same as the other two, that is 10 to 14 micrometer diameter, 1.5 to 2 times the size of surrounding red blood cells. The nucleus is bilobed. In this picture it is not very clear, but it is again bilobed, and the color of the nucleus is purple. The cytoplasm appears basophilic, that is basic. It is blue in color and it is granular. The granules are large, coarse, purple or bluish in appearance. Right? Bluish in appearance, and the granules in basophil overlies the nucleus. They cover up the nucleus. The function is again mild phagocytosis, and the two most important function which you have to remember is basophils contain heparin. Heparin is an anticoagulant, and it also liberates histamine and ECFA. What is ECFA? Eosinophil chemotactic factor of anaphylaxis in allergic manifestations. Example, skin reactions to anaphylactic shock. Okay, now lymphocytes are agranulocyte, means granules are absent in the cytoplasm. And I told you that two types of lymphocytes are present. One is small and the other one is large. In this picture, we are seeing the small lymphocyte because you can see it is comparable to the size of the surrounding RBCs. Okay, that is 7 to 10 micrometer in diameter, whereas the large lymphocytes diameter would be 10 to 14 micrometer in diameter. That was of the same size as that of eosinophil, basophil, and neutrophil. But the small lymphocyte is much smaller to them. It is similar to the size of the RBC. Okay, whereas large lymphocyte is 1.5 to 2 times the size of surrounding RBC, and it has irregular outline. Okay, the nucleus is single. You can see that it is very big and it is occupying almost whole of the cell. The color is purple. The shape is oval or rounded, and it is lying in the central position of the cell. The cytoplasm is very scanty. You can see very little amount of cytoplasm is visible as compared to the size of the nucleus, and granules are absent. Can you see any granules over here? No. Then function of lymphocytes are they produce antibodies. Those are immune substances. Okay. Then the last cell is monocyte. I told you monocytes are the biggest of them all. They are very large cell as compared to the other cells, which I've told you before. The size is 12 to 18 micrometer in diameter, and you can compare them with the surrounding RBCs. It is twice to 2.5 times larger than the size of the surrounding RBCs. The outline is irregular, and the nucleus over here is single, but it is kidney shaped. They are not two lobes. It is a single nucleus, but it is kidney shaped. That is, it is indented or depressed in the center. You can also say that it is horseshoe shaped or kidney shaped nucleus. It is pale in color and it is situated in the periphery of the cell, peripheral in position, not in the center. The cytoplasm is abundant. Amount is more than the amount of the nucleus, and it has ground glass and hazy appearance. Granules are absent as it is a granulocyte. Then what are the functions of monocytes? Besides active phagocytosis, this is second line of defense. In contrast to neutrophil, which were first line of defense, monocytes are second line of defense. And they become tissue macrophages. It is a very important function of monocytes. When they enter the tissues, they become tissue macrophages, or you can call them as histiocytes. And these cells kill tumor cells. Okay, that was all. So have you understood all the 5 types of cells? Students, now can you identify all the 5 types of cells? Once you come to the lab, you will have to perform the experiments by your own. You will have to prepare your own peripheral blood smear, and you will have to observe them under the compound microscope. Okay, what happens, Zahida? Then you will have to identify all these 5 of cells, and we will be there to help you identify it. Right now, in this online mode, we are just giving you rough idea what you have to do once you come to the hematology lab. All these experiments will be done by you. What happened, Abdul Samad? Why are you crying? So you will have to perform these experiments, and then you will have to identify these cells, and we will be there to help you out. Okay, but now in today's class you would have got a rough idea of how these 5 types of cells are going to appear in the lab when you perform the experiment. And on the basis of these characteristic features, as I mentioned, you will be able to identify. For those students who have poor network connection, or it is not audible to them or not visible to them, do not panic, do not worry. When you come to the department, you will enter the lab, we are going to teach you again. We will cover these topics and we will help you out. Okay, so don't panic. So these are the 5 types of cells. You can identify neutrophils is multilobe, eosinophils and basophils are bilobe. On the characteristic features, like first you have to see the cell size in comparison to the surrounding RBCs. Then you have to see the lobes of nucleus, whether it is multilobed or bilobed. Then you have to see the granules, is it granulocyte or agranulocyte. Then you have to see the color of the granules, size of the granules, and shape of the nucleus, position of the nucleus. Depending on these features, you will be able to identify that which cell you are observing under the microscope. All right. So was this class helpful to you? Good. Okay. So I'm ending today's class. If you have any query, you can mention in the comment box and we will answer you. Okay, Zahida, do not panic, do not worry. When you come to the department, I will help you.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're most welcome. Do you have any query? Do you have any query? Do you want to ask something?
नोट कर लेंगे ना अपने पास जब
Okay.
फिजिकली आएंगे तो बता देंगे।
Okay. So,
हो गया म्यूट कर दो उसको।